Okay, let's get to Matt Nagy. Chicago Bears, Titans. They had just gotten beat by the Bengals. You know they're going to be ticked. Unfortunately for the Bears, they're the next game on the schedule. And guess what happened? Here's Matt Nagy after the loss.
Yeah, I do. And you know, it's when that's a good thing. And I did feel early on that, you know, we had a couple of those drives where it wasn't so much the penalties on the front end, JJ, it was more of the 3 and outs. You know, we weren't getting first downs, and that's what felt like it on the front end. And then, you know, you get to a point there at the end of the half where you get a couple completions, and then you're just going backwards instead of going forward, you know. And when you have that, and then the rest of the game, there's just some stuff that went on that it just makes it hard. And we're not in a position right now offensively to make things hard. That's just a simple fact. We need to do everything we can to stay ahead of the sticks so that we can play football and you know, get the run game going and get the quick game going. And when you pick and choose to take a shot, you got to protect so that you can hit that shot. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how this thing goes.
In the simplest way that I can ask it, are the Chicago Bears as good as their record, or is this Foles gold across the board?
No, I mean, they're overrated. We all know that. And the biggest problem, he said, if we can protect. That means they haven't had protection on that offensive line. And when you had Mitchell Trubisky, he could move around, he could avoid some things and buy some time. You don't have that luxury with Nick Foles because he's a big stiff. And that offensive line, they can't run the football. He talks about getting behind or ahead of the chains. Well, you have to have success on first down, whether it's the quick pass and whether it's running for 4 or 5 yards. Now you have a second and manageable, 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6. But they're not getting those type of positive plays. And then you look up for the Chicago Bears offense, it's 3rd down and 10. It's 3rd down and 12. It's 3rd down and 15. And I don't care who you have at quarterback. It's going to be very difficult to pick up those long down and distances. So that's a failure on the Chicago Bears' part, not getting offensive line. You need offensive line to protect. They should have known that last year. It's like, I mean, what are they doing in the front office? That's the thing that's very puzzling to me.
What's that like as a player when you hear the coach say we can't screw up at all? Like when the coach is saying there's zero room for error. Do you lose any trust? Like, is there any moments where a coach goes to a press conference and it directly affects the locker room? Does that happen every week, or is that rare? When a coach goes to a press conference in general, how does that bounce back to the team?
Well, I don't mind having a coach be completely honest. You know what I mean? Like, if I need to play better and I'm a leader of that defense, he can call me out. That doesn't bother me. It motivates me. A lot of guys get sensitive when a coach calls them out. A lot of guys get sensitive when a coach calls them out. But to me, it really doesn't bother me, because if I'm doing my job, if I'm earning my paycheck, then the coach will never call me out in front of any media or anything like that, and I don't have to take it personally. But you just want your coach to protect you, but at the same time be honest with you. So I don't know how you take that, but that's just the way it is.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.